So we see while Kennedy is not in contention to win a state in November, the Demon Democrats analyst seems to have a shaky ground. Kennedy did not. Uh, 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 I guess He didn't add criticism of Donald J. Trump. You know what I'm saying? Why should he? Why should he? He didn't have no criticism of Donald J. Trump as well as when pushed by, saying the interviewer, saying Burnett or whatever, noting that Trump attempts to overturn it. Stop with this. Don't stop going for the bullshit. Like, how come all your reporters sensing our words, but you keep on using the same words on yours? What the fuck is wrong with you? We don't want to hear that bullshit. What do you mean overturn? He didn't try to overturn a fucking thing, and you know it. What you did and your demon Democrats and the censorship that you allowed to be placed on the American people and their rights in the Constitution of freedom of speech because our other constitutional laws depend on it because they need to know what the people are thinking when these laws are put forward in itself. The Supreme Court should have understood that when the people said that they did not want to take it, you completely refused them to do it, such as we saw the case with, I think it's Johnson or whatever, Philadelphia. You forced this man to die because if anything went wrong, he would have died from it. So where is the scientific facts that you claim you have with Anthony Funk Fauci, a murder ass killing motherfucking weasel, along with Bill Gates, Baphomet, having Luciferian blood sucking murdering idiot, and all the medical field that seems to have been involved against the people? Where was the people's speech or the people's right to speak and also not be conned by the Supreme Court, a kangaroo court that would sit there and agree right along with the motherfucking criminals that's destroying our country and our people all at the same time just to justify and hide your criminality and blood-sucking bullshit that you've been doing for how many years now? Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Hmm? 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 Talking about Kennedy did not criticize. He ain't, what reason would he have to? That's up to Kennedy and Kennedy alone, not for you bitch ass to tell him when to comment. He'll comment when he's ready, and he did comment. If you go back and look at what he said, you know what I'm saying, in the matter, he even said, I'm gonna show you where he commented, and he said, I think he said, oh, I remember what he said. He said that Creep Joe was uh, the worst president for this country. You know what I'm saying? And he even said that he knew that Trump. He said that Creep Joe Biden, vote back bitch, is a threat, a bigger threat. But he also realized that Trump is a threat too. So he did comment, motherfucker. Stop lying so fucking much. You know what I'm saying? Talking about Kennedy didn't add criticism of Trump. Yes, he did. Right in his own statements and his own words as written by this Burnett or whoever posted. So you're lying, motherfucker. Stop running around with this motherfucker psychological game that you are playing with words and tricking people out of their brains. You know what I'm saying? Stop the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because if you would listen to what I said, you would have saw that. So while he's saying that he didn't actually give a criticism, you know what I'm saying, as well when pushed by Mr. Why was he pushed? You know what I'm saying? He did comment already. I guess Mr. Burnett missed it, but want to get a bad statement in there so he can run it. You know what I'm saying? Noting that Trump attempts to overturn, he threw in the overturn. That's the only thing they got. You know what I'm saying? The overturn didn't take place because if you look at all the tapes, all the pictures, everything that took place inside, even when they got inside, you'd realize that it was a certain group of them that were doing that. That's the group that was working for the deep state. Antifa, Evoke, all that other bullshit, just like Black Lives Matter, yada yada. All of them are the same. Black Lives Matter just did the cities and the outer skirts and rallied the people in different towns and everywhere and coming through, tearing up the town. That was their job. That's why they got paid millions of dollars and bought so much real estate and rich as a motherfucker now. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, their job ended when it came to the White House. That's clear to see. So that's evidence right there. So when we talk about overturn, I wonder what you're really talking about, or is it misinformation or disinformation, punk? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, noting that he tried to overturn, you know what I'm saying, were appalling and made the president also a threat. No, it did not. No, it did not. No, it did not. In no shape or form. No shape or form. Because if a man sees something going wrong with his country and he tries to save it, how do he save it in all that bureaucracy of the demon democratical machine that sits there and fuck you up and blackball you and then go do a blood sacrifice? Talking about wash us in the blood, you clown ass, black ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, the independent has been, you know what I'm saying, averaging close to 10% in polling from the Hill decision and so forth. The Desk HQ making him a high polling third party candidate in the presidential race since, you know what I'm saying, businessman Rose, what's his name? I guess it's Ross. Oh no, Ross. Since businessman Ross Perot, which I liked it Ross, but I didn't really trust him. You know what I'm saying? He was cool. I ain't have no enemy with the man. You know what I'm saying? In the hospital in 1992. You know what I'm saying? When we really look at it, that's when I started picking up on a lot to do with his Kobe and how it was moving in his direction in itself. So I didn't respect that either. You know what I'm saying? And especially when it came to AIDS. You know what I'm saying? In a five-way race that included Jill Stein and Cornel West, Kennedy is at 10, and he should be rightfully so. You know what I mean? In more ways than one. Keep up the good work, Mr. Kennedy. If you truly believe in what you believe in, or the strength of what you have in you, or the strength that you have earned on your own. This is not nothing to do with your father and you, because your genetics is your genetics, and we can't keep riding on that based on the fact of saying that, because people will simply say that we're riding the coattail, and say if it wasn't for this, it wasn't. We're not going with that. We know you got that. You know, saying we want Mr. Robert F. Kennedy. That's what we want. You know what I'm saying? Peace goes out to his father and his uncle. Now I mean, in more ways than one. They probably would have been Republicans at this day and time. And they probably would have probably tried to do the same thing to them they did then. You know what I'm saying? Because those men had some type of groove that made the world kind of, look at them. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the different political and slavery garbage and constitutions and rights and stuff for black people. That was involved at the time, because how do you one thing we have to start to realize: what race of people in their rightful mind is going to enslave another? Is the question we must ask. Number one, and steal their land and murder them and genocide and castrate and hang and then teach all their people to do the same thing. And so when we move into their neighborhoods and stuff, they try to say that this, that, and the third. But at the same time, another huge question is: what person in their rightful mind creates nuclear, nuclear, not bombs, nuclear bombs? Who does that? So we ain't talking about power. We're talking about straight fucking destruction, brutality, and genocide of the United States by Joe Biden and his son chomping up these different bullshitical wars and aggravating and exacerbating the people. Now they all want to attack the United States, because the United States and the American people have been funding through their taxes unbeknown in many different situations. You know what I'm saying? Even when secret missions and all this shit go on that we don't know about, when we sleep and shit, and they over there bullshit, and then when the people look over here, they are blown to smithereens, ripped apart, castrated, legs chopped off, like what Netanyahu doing, and we over here watching TV and watching Gumball rally. You know what I'm saying? But creep Joe Biden and say the U.S. economy is the world's best. Trump calls it the no. He's saying, creep Joe Biden is saying the economy is the best in the world, And Trump calls it a cesspool. That is clear on that one. Ooh, Trump is yeah, it's a fucking cesspool. Cause look who running it. You know what I'm saying? When we see Creep Joe Biden, broke back bitch, taking our money to fund genocide wars across the planet and expect that everybody else ain't gonna be angry at us. You know what I'm saying? And then even cause the exacerbation of taunting Putin in order so he can do a nuclear strike and this and that. Anything to blow this bitch up that them motherfuckers don't be discovered. This is why they're so hard on Trump. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna find every criminal move, every criminal move, every criminal this, every criminal statement, every statement just to in order to do this to him. Now, when we look at creepy, broke back bitch, crackhead, fucking pedophilia Biden is fighting to persuade the Americans that the U.S. economy is the world's best. No, it is not. It could be the best according to outsiders, but not to the American people. It is. You know what I'm saying? Because in order for them to create apocalypse, it has to be orchestrated. So that means that they orchestrated it. They created that to go that way. Same thing we have when you talk about the economy. When you shut down businesses, jobs, you do the supply chain is jammed up out there in the sea. You have all types of shelves going empty. You have taxes going high, tax on gas going high, tax on food going high, tax on real estate high, this, that, and the third. You create an image to the people of inflation because you have the power in order to starve them using these methods. So when we look at his opponent, the great legendary himself, Donald J. Trump, you know what I'm saying, routinely uh, depicts the United States as a commercial wasteland. And yes, it is. Because every motherfucking demon democratic ball sucking, licking ass, fucking jackass, nigga of they following behind these people for some trinkets and supporting them over those many, many years. You know what I'm saying? Following behind the Black Caucus jackass dumbass. And some of many of these black civil rights leaders that's working for the federal government or probably working for the CIA or probably working for the deep state all to fucking get it. So this is why our shit stayed the same. It has barely advanced. And we must make sure as black people that they do stop voting for them motherfuckers. This is why they brought in the illegal migrants because they figure one day you're going to wake the fuck up. And when you do and discover what has truly been going on, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be too fucking late. They're gonna have your ass probably in a quarantine camp while these illegals is running and living in your house and enjoying your food and enjoying this and enjoying that. This is not to speak about the Latino people who come over here and they work hard and they do what they have to do in order to get where they're going. This is not talking about that. This is talking about the whole entourage of the rush and the open border as it is seen in itself because we know full well that the American people have sat right there and accepted a whole lot of shit that was even said about that. Talking about they're gonna get $450,000 at the border, a credit card, a cell phone, and a free trip from straight from Mexico right into a 3 bedroom, big ass. I mean a 4 or 5 bedroom, big ass colonial house. You know what I'm saying? While you out here struggling to even pay rent and keep up with the taxes and all that, they getting a free ride all the way coming from Mexico. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know what I mean? We see Trump calling it a wasteland. By the numbers, you know what I'm saying? Joe Biden is correct. American economy is stronger than, you know what I'm saying, than that of other developing nations. That still don't mean that it's not a cesspool. Your word playing motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because the economy is not serving the people in its rightful ways. You are starving them out, and you also taking their money and giving it to foreign leaders, criminal organization that you call and funded and created called motherfucking nigger, you bitch ass. Fuck is you talking about economy that it's a wasteland. Anybody could come in here and dump their doo-doo shit on us. And we've got to take it. They can even move in your neighborhood and be spying on your ass like the Chinese at Walmart, motherfucker. Come around me and shit. He ain't buying nothing but walking clothes by me playing with his phone. Don't think I don't know what the fuck going on, you clown ass. Don't let me get upset. Don't let me give a disclaimer now. Leave me the fuck alone. At the same time, that creepy ass wanna be broke back bitch fighting to uh, convince convince inflation, weary voters that the U.S. economy is healthy. It's not. He created inflation. How inflation happens? The only way inflation can happen if you inflate it. Didn't he say he's going in to borrow 1.9 trillion? Didn't he say he don't want to put no more on he don't want to he want to lift the debt ceiling? What you think that's about? How many people understood that? When you raise the debt ceiling, you also borrow so much money that it raises the taxes because somebody got to pay it back. So your ass is paying it back through gas taxes, food taxes, and all that to fund a war that's over in Ukraine that's gonna get your fucking ass annihilated with a nuclear weapon and 1,600 and maybe 74 of them. You know what I'm saying? Blowing our ass to smithereens. That is how what he's doing when he inflates your motherfucking country. The demon Democrats have always been known, just like Republicans sometimes, to inflate the economy, and stretch out the people, while they fund a unjust, crooked ass war somewhere else. Now I'm saying giving them millions of dollars and shit like that while we over here starving for a pack of chewing gum. You know what I'm saying? But America has the best economy in the world, he told in NBC, which is a lie. They're fucking it up. So I don't want to even hear this piece of shit. You know what I mean? Because y'all full of shit altogether. You trying to tell us some bullshit, and we telling you full of shit. Let's just be honest. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be honest. You full of doo doo. You know what I'm saying? How you ain't? How you ain't? You know what I'm saying? You up at word playing. You're lying in all ways. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to convince the people of straight garbage and stuff that you know for well that you were the one who caused it in the first place. How inflation will happen if somebody don't cause it? How Armageddon is going to happen if it's not orchestrated? Because that's what they orchestrated when they did the Ukraine so-called deal and telling Zelensky to join NATO. They're creating a nuclear scenario that could actually happen. You need to wake up. You know what I'm saying? You on some cockamamie cocksucking shit. And we're not with that. You know what I'm saying? When we even look at this situation here where we have, in more ways than one, let me shut this down for a minute. In more ways than one, we have here on this situation where Russia, Putin and them, Trump friends, you know what I'm saying? Russia issued stark warning for Russia issues stark warning for West to abandon illusions of defeat after abusing trust for years. You know what I'm saying? Of course. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? This is coming in by Lyman or Lehman or something like that. Buckler, Buckler, 5 hours ago, Eastern Standard Time. You know what I'm saying? But we see Russia warns the West to abandon, defeat illusions of defeating them after abusing trust for years, according to the Moscow ambassador to the U.S. You know what I'm saying? According to his ass. You know what I'm saying? But we see here where I think it's called Anatoly is his name. I'm not sure. Anatoly. Nova, or whatever, told reporters that the West countries should set aside illusions in inflicting a strategic defeat on Russia if they wish to restore Russia's trust. He stated everything that is happening now is the exclusive choice of the West, which has tampered, which has which has trampled on the basis of diplomacy. Yeah, and he's telling the truth on that one. The principle of the principle of indivisible security, and for many years has abused the trust of Russia's federation, and that's true. What he just said there is all true. You know what I'm saying? So we could see that in itself. You know what I mean? So it don't matter who like it or not. Who I don't give a fuck who don't like it. I'm gonna rock the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come out with it anyway because if I'm gonna get blown to fucking smithereens by a nuclear fucking weapon, motherfucker, you gonna hear my ass on the way out, regardless of who say what and who say anything at all. Because first of all, you don't think for me, and I don't think for you. Second of all, I owe you no obligation. Neither do you owe anything of yours to me. So I don't owe you no obligations. Neither do you owe any to mine. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm not in this world to live up to nobody's expectation. I was born before a lot of people on this planet, and I've seen a lot more things that they will ever see. Trust me, I did. Not everything I'm going to talk about, because some shit will get you in some shit. Not saying I'm not stupid either. But what we need to talk about is the fact that if a nuclear weapon is detonated in New York City, you could count New York citizens and New York City goodbye. Let's be honest. So when we look at, you know what I'm saying, he added in order to restore, you know what I'm saying, it, our former partner should abandon illusions, illusions about the possibility of inflicting a strategic defeat on us. You know what I'm saying? And they really need to. You know what I'm saying? They must think it's the Gaza Strip where you got them criminal motherfuckers killing the people and calling themselves Israel. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Defeat on us and learn to respect the fundamental interests of other nations. Aton Novo, Aton Nov, you know what I'm saying, said Russia will not, sorry to mess up your name, Russia will not allow attempts at dictatorship, attempts, Russia would not allow attempts at a dictatorship interference in its internal affairs or the U.S., United States, or the U.S., United States, wish to impose its values on them. That's well said, Mr. Anton Ton. That's well said. You could not say it any better. And this is what a lot of people in America, the United States, seems to have in their head, that this is going to turn out to be, a great bring it home American victory. Woohoo! Do, 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 do. You are far from the truth. So this is Point Black saying, stay right, stay tight. I'll be back in a flight.